This is game number 17 of the Pro Elf run. Our team continues to take attrition, is battered and bruised, but it's still here somehow. Pretty much just Freezing Star and some other guys at this point. But it's there. Snowy has brought Wood Elves. Normally not a favoured matchup for Pro Elves just because Wood Elves are better. This is a pretty new Wood Elf team. They've just got Blodge Catcher. They've got 2 rerolls. You don't. If you've got 2 Ward Answers and a Catcher on Wood Elves, if you're starting with those and a tree, then you wouldn't have started with 2 rerolls, and you wouldn't have started with an Apothecary. So that's presumably where they've put their team values so far. They've got a win and a draw so far. This is going to be tough because we don't have any tackle, but on the other hand, they don't have any tackle either. What they will get is a wizard because we've got a heap of journeymen adding to our TV. I've qualified a Pro Elf team. I think the first time I qualified Pro Elves, I had like 5 losses, Raven, but I just played a lot of games on them. I just put a lot of games into them. So you can do it that way of just stubborning it out. But even then, you need to be sort of winning enough games at a rate to make it work. So, okay, opponent has taken a wizard and a babe. That seems pretty sensible. Okay, this will be an interesting game because our team, despite having been thinned out, has got some levels that makes it a bit stronger. You know, we've got the strength 4 catcher, we've got the blodge blitzer, 1 blodge blitzer, and we've got 1 blodge catcher. So we've got a little bit more blodge than them, or at least stronger blodge than them. But they've got a wizard. Would be nice to have an opponent whose wizard fizzles, actually. That would be very welcome. Because we faced a wizard in... We've faced a wizard in 2 out of 3 games, haven't we? Then we've had a wizard in 1 game. What do we want to do here? I want to just chevron. Or do we want to spread out the line because of the tree? We spread out the line because of the tree, especially because there's so many loners. Then maybe try to do a 4-4 still. Just slightly uneven. Don't want to go to a boat. I can't do this because this is not enough letters in the line. I was wondering, like, why do I have an extra player? Because you're cheating, Tree. You're putting players in places they can't be. Let's give that a go. Okay, looks like they've got the fame. Oh, no, we've got the fame because we had the fan factor. Which is nice. God, our fan factor is 9 somehow. Ugh. The thing with Pro Elves, Raven, is that often, unlike, say, Wood Elves, often just getting over 70 is enough. 70 doge. I'm not certain it will be this time. Dionysian's already set a good score with his Pro Elves, and I see Fatin has a team that's 10-1-1. There's a couple of players like Perivale who normally put in a run at some point on Pro Elves, but doesn't seem to have played many games yet. So, yeah, we'll see. But 1 step at a time. We're not near that record at the moment, so... And I wish my wrestle hadn't or died. It'd be nice to have someone you could hit the blodge with feeling confident. That's a bad start. But at least it is a loner taking a perm for once. Maybe that's a good sign for the turnaround, that we're finally going to get the injuries on the players we care a little less about. But yeah, definitely not an ideal start to go down a player for the game immediately. Especially when they still have a mighty blow to come. Hey Albo, how are you? Okay, at least that one's not dead. Just got off fumble playing Underworld. Yeah, they're so fun with the gacha, right? I've played them in tabletop in the new rules, and I really enjoyed them. A lot of fun to play. Okay, tree does get the power, doesn't root yet. Okay, at least it's not a Kaz, but that is 2 players down for the drive right away, which, being any players down against Wood Elves is generally a recipe for disaster. Being 2 players down is very tough. Wood Elves, obviously such a strong team, use their speed and agility to outposition you even when they've got fewer players. So being 2 players down, not ideal. A long way from ideal. Oh, Underworld got much better in 2020, but on that, I think. Gutter Runner is transformative in terms of like giving you more options with the ball on offense. Extra reroll means that you're now able to use them for the 1 turn very effectively as well. Snotlings are incredibly powerful. Crazy to me how good it is Snotlings are, because they're so cheap, and having more than 11 players, even if they're like strength 1, is, yeah. Having 14 players on the pitch feels cheaty. I don't care if a bunch of them are Snotlings. Like 14 players on the pitch with a Gutter Runner and you know, a Ratto hanging around with them. You can do a lot with that. Okay, going a bit cautious so far. I don't even really want to dodge that one because it's a loner, and if we lose another player right away, that's going to be pretty bad. Yeah, swarming. Swarming's just incredible. Oh, Pro Elves, yeah. Pro Elves different. I'm curious to play Pro Elves in the new rules. I haven't played any Elves in the new rules at all, and my first instinct when I saw the new rules was actually that I felt like Pro Elves would be the team least affected by the sort of the nerf surpassing. I think that was partly just because their thrower is better priced than some of the other throwers, and so you can use that and do the same game. They didn't rely on leap, so you don't have to worry about the leap nerf like Wood Elves do. So yeah, Pro Elves are the elf team I'm kind of most intrigued by in the new rules, actually. Okay, just a push here. Leaves us on the tree still. Could blitz the tree this turn. We've got 2 assists on it. We've got strength 4. Bring in a guard, but I don't think that's probably what we want to do. Better to ignore it with elves and wait for it to take itself out, hopefully at some point with the root. What I would like to do is to start parking blodge sidestep on lineman, I think. Just hit here for now. That's nice, okay. Reduce the numbers disadvantage. You're not going to power up the first lineman. That would be crazy. You've got a babe as well. to get you back in the middle so you can be maximum usefulness. Let's get you up. Might be being a bit too passive here, I don't know. Nice. Yeah, the rat ogre. I've heard some people say that they think the troll's better on Underworld, and I don't get it personally because the rat ogre, when you can just keep spending like a player with a team value of what, like 10,000, 15,000 or something, and giving it to the rat ogre to guarantee that it'll do things, and seems incredibly powerful to me. And then you just give the rat ogre Juggernaut, and like you have a piece that can reliably do pretty useful stuff for you. I like the rat ogre a lot. Yeah, although it's like a -1 to every for every tackle zone on the leap now, so it's much less powerful than it was before. Unfortunately, for the elf mains amongst us. Okay. Very nice. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we've evened the numbers up. MNG. Wow, but it's the apothecary on an MNG lineman. That's pretty rowdy, but okay, at least the apothecary's gone. Let's bring you back in the middle. What's happening behind this tree? Okay. It's kind of tempting to get involved here, isn't it? Put that there. Put guard in there. Something on the end. See if they want to brawl us. Okay, I don't love this, but other than that, maybe it would have been better to bring you all around here actually and put the sidestep one there, because then it makes it much more likely to hit. I think if I stopped and thought about that, that might have been better. What we're trying to do here is to just really like make them say, all right, we'll just dodge away, because there's guard and there's sidestep and we don't want to mess around with it, and then leave these two linemen and give us a chance to have them fail a dodge or get stuck or something go wrong. Like with so many of my plans, like I feel like a lot of my plans on defense, when you dig into them, what it actually comes down to is I'm trying to split their team a little bit. So I'm trying to split their team a bit here with these two, isolate these two linemen at the back a little bit. Hi, Lady Yeti, if I haven't said hello to you before. And I do feel like I was in a zone of real saltiness in the last game and maybe lost track of chat quite a lot. So I'm sorry for anyone who I missed. But yeah, we're playing on the fact that this is strength 2 as well, and that it's not an easy, obvious piece to block with. Of course, a snake on a dodge could also do us some very big favours. They're going to dodge this one to blitz catcher. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Just to push is nice. With only 2 rerolls, they can't really afford to be too greedy. I'm interested they haven't moved this yet. I don't know if they... Yeah, I don't know what they're planning with that. Because they could have used that for the assist if it didn't root. It's a bit scary because that's still open, but works out for them. Now a 3-2. Oh. And that little plan of ours worked out, didn't it? Because we got a free armor roll there. Okay. There is a 4+ hit on the ball here. Just going in for that. And we could make it 2 dice, cancelling that pretty easily. Trying to decide if that's worth it yet, or if we don't need to be that aggressive. Opponent is definitely not making heaps of forward progress at the moment. But they are wood elves, so the forward progress can happen pretty suddenly. I think we're going for it. That's why I'm making some rowdy positioning moves here before I start it up. Kind of got to keep you for recovery, don't we? In case this goes right. Take the dodge. Get the pow. Come on. Unfortunately, they also catch it. Bummer. All right. Okay, it does power our guard, unfortunately. We might have made our life harder for ourselves now, because now they're going to carry it on a strength 3 bludge instead of a strength 2 bludge. But, I don't know. We got the ball down. You've got to go for the ball sometimes. Do I see your previous message? Can I do a shout out for Raging? You can, yeah. We played them earlier and I did a shout out for them then. And if they're still going when I finish, I will raid into them. But I don't know if they are, how long they'll be going, and I don't know how long I'll be going yet. But I will definitely raid into them if they're still going when I'm finished. So definitely do give them a shout out. We're trying to get a dodge fail out of them. We're making them do a lot of dodges, but we're not finding that one just yet. We're not getting a 1 on you either. We've been hunting for ones without success. It's an annoying Pow on the catcher. Into a very annoying KO on the catcher. Oh well, it's happened. It's the risk of our rowdy lines. It's a good dice turn for them so far. Yeah, would have loved them to fail something somewhere. Didn't happen for us. Let's look out for these scoring threats, I guess. Oh, another Kaz, that's nice. Freezing start, showing off some secret hidden mighty bow. Put you in the middle. Are we dodging here or are we hitting? I might actually be hitting, even though it leaves us on the tree. Because of that removal means I think I can afford to risk alignment a bit more than I could a second ago. And the removal for it is very nice. Okay, that was a nice dice turn for us. Right, not a lot of wood elves left on the pitch. Unfortunately, they are still carrying the ball on a very good wood elf to carry the ball on, because blodge and strength 3, and leap. They aren't going to play any more dwarves. Has their dwarves gone wrong? If their dwarves gone wrong, what's happening? Has someone else been able to handle their dwarves better than I could? Because I did not have a good time against those dwarves. One diving tackle. If we just had we'd have different TV, wouldn't we? If we had a developed blitzer, but yeah, one developed blitzer with diving tackle would go a long way. Still fishing for these dodge fails. If we make them dodge enough, maybe they'll fail one somewhere. They did fail a 3, didn't they? They failed a 3+2+ dodge. It's definitely the right use of this combination, isn't it? The blodge step and the guard sit quite nicely together on players to make them keep doing the dodges instead of hitting. Pesky elves. Fortunately, that is a pow for the tree. So we have given them another mighty bow hit. And just a stun, so I can live with that, especially since we did also get removal with our hit on that, so. Then a 3+2+ dodge. Good. 2 rerolls. They could consider a reroll now. They don't. Take this on a 3 dice. Oh, that's another nice KO. Is it worth that GFI? I feel like it is. Okay. Oh, we're getting some nice thunder going here now. Guess we can split a reel on this. Yeah, got 1 per turn. Doesn't work. Oh well. Casual self-removal. It's a bummer. Definitely some pressure on them this turn though. Yeah, it's definitely a bummer though, because now they can probably swing back this way, whereas before they couldn't. If that got there, it was much harder. So yeah, not a good one to fail. Although it looks like they might just push down this flank anyway. They are running out of elves. They're down 5. We're down 4. It's been a pretty high removal kind of game. Oh, double skull. Double skull. That's brutal. Super unlucky. Into removal for the war dancer. Okay. So they aren't scoring. That's already good news. Obviously, we then want to score. Can we make this a 3 dice? 4, 5, 6. So yes, one more assist would make this 3 dice. I think we need to set up a scoring threat first. I think if we don't, and this goes wrong, we will regret it. So let's have a scoring threat. Is this the reroll? No, because we're going to have more goes in it, so. There's the POW. Don't really want to catch it, but I do want having more players in the ball. Okay, lovely. So no war dancers in action next turn. Ball is there for us to get. Is it better to give it to the blodger? Oh, this is a blodger, and it's a player I want to score on, so no, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do 1 GFI. Okay. Lovely. That's good. Okay, they have got the wizard, so they could just bolt us here. But then at least they wouldn't have it in the second half. And it's not like they're going to score, so that's good, regardless. We've seen a lot of wood elves on this run. This is, I think, at least our 3rd game against wood elves. We've seen a lot of dwarves, a lot of undead, and a lot of wood elves this run. Okay, they are going for the wizard. They are getting the wizard. It is a stun, unfortunately, so we now can't score on the player we most wanted to score on. But we do still have other scoring threats. We have at least 2, so you can't, even if they knock that over, we still have that one. They might just try and pick it up and punt. Because if you get it down here, we're not scoring, are we? But we don't have to play into a wizard next half, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And yeah, turn 8 score with a war dancer off as well could be very nice for us. Okay. I think this is going to be a punt, and I think that's what I would do, so. Slight regret of not having put someone back now. Throw the ball to the tree even. Throw it to the tree for a tree catch. We have got some players a bit in the way for the sort of punt, haven't we? So they've got to go all the way around, which means they won't be able to get it quite so far. How ambitious will they be with the distance of it? Haven't used a reroll yet. Oh, they're not throwing it that far. We can get that. We can get that. We even could hit the tree, but I don't know if it's worth it. Probably not hitting the tree now. Good. I think this is the best photo. It's tricky though, because this is got nerves of steel if we want to throw it here. I think maybe we just have to use the loner in the middle. I think that's probably our best odds. And so some twos, and then we get a handoff up there. Good. All right, so we've survived the wizard, and it looks like we are going to score. Very nice. Good half. Very, very good half. Lucky, lucky, lucky. They definitely caught some bad dice there at the end. The double skull was rough. I'm not certain what their plan was that turn. They were obviously in a tough spot because they'd lost all their players. But yeah, I wasn't sure, even if that wasn't a double skull, where the board answers were going. I think we'd fenced them in a bit. But yeah, definitely lucky for us that it was a double skull. So okay, 2 KOs come back. Unfortunately, it is the board answers. They have got both board answers on the pitch. 1 KO back for us. So we're on 8. I'm not sure how many they're on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So is it 8 on 8? The good thing for us now, though, is that the wizard's gone, so we can just carry the ball on strength 4. Like, the wizard being gone really, really, like, improves our situation a lot. I do want to do some SPP hoarding on both blitzers. But I think let's do this first. Let's at least get you. I actually don't know what the right answer is on that. Like, because getting 1 SPP on you would feel really good because then you're in MVP range. But actually, 2 vanity passes would get Amdor to the 2nd level, and that's also a really good level. So I think I might do the 2 on that one, or try for it anyway. Oh wow, just got a big flash of lightning here. I did know that there was supposed to be thunderstorms today. Haven't heard any thunder. Bit weird. Oh, there's the thunder. All right, lightning storms here. Sorry, Ross, you won't like that. All right, good. Very, very. Was very glad about how the first half went. That blitz could undermine all of our first half progress, because that is a very gettable ball for them, unfortunately. Yes, hopefully they don't catch it. That's very annoying. Very annoying when your game's going well and then that shows up. But Spud Ball just pushes there at least. Means that that's going to be a slightly harder catch. I guess they'll go for it with the catcher. It's really weird. There was like lightning and thunder, and I still haven't seen any rain outside yet. I'm sure it's coming. Just means I can serve them. Not an easy serve. Or indeed a possible serve, because I haven't got any frenzy. I do like frenzy on pro elves, but yeah, with the blitzers constantly dying, hasn't been possible. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to get the catcher in since they haven't got, since it's a 4+. Makes sense. It's going to be a 4+ catch with catch skill. Good thing about it being the catcher, though, is that we can engineer a 3 dice on it with the guard and the strength up. So that's something. Doesn't make it. And eventually it scatters off. Okay, good. That is a lot less bad than it could have been. Right. What's the actual play here? I can blitz there. Is it just blitz and recover on you and bring the ball to the middle and strength 4? I think that's probably like the best path for stabilizing. Doesn't really matter why I do that. Like there's definitely an argument just for leaving that there, but it just then means what am I going to do with the ball? Yeah, I think I prefer this. Good. Because now we're back to that position I wanted to be in, which I said before. If you just carry the ball on strength 4, they're going to have a hard time doing anything about it. Like they haven't got great tools for dealing with the strength 4 war dance, and now the wizard's gone. Strength 4 war dance, strength 4 ball carrier. Didn't get to do the vanity passing I wanted, but most important thing, obviously, just get the ball and hopefully get it safe. Okay, 2 nice stuns. Get this guard in. There. And then bring you around the front. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing they didn't catch it. You got another lineman? What team are you playing, Shamba? I'm on the south coast, Thaddeus. Oh, you got another lineman using the getting the team lineman request. I understand. Eventually. Touchdown on Amdor would be nice. I mean, touchdown on Freezing Star is also nice, even though it's sort of, you don't want to stack all the SVP on them. They could, that next level. I haven't decided yet what to do with the next level here. Back when I had an Edge 5 Blitzer, I was doing all sorts of fun theory crafting ideas because, like, the team has no tackle, so just putting tackle on that could make sense. The team could do with getting some tackle, but also like could put leap on this, and then you've got what I had last season with the strength forward answers, just without the other skills. Could put sidestep on it, and then it's just very good at having the ball and being a pain in the butt to deal with. So there's lots of fun options for it. I think we just go this way, don't we? I'll leave you behind a bit, but there's more space, and that's a easier piece to knock down than that. We don't need to worry about going slow because we've got the 1-0 lead already. Nice armor break. It's pretty tempting to do a pass here, or at least a handoff, but I think I shouldn't. Yeah, but this would be a really nice level as well. Getting tack on these makes a big difference in this sort of matchup. And this feels like it will get the levels regardless. So I think if there is an option to hand off and score on that one, I should take it. Whether or not there will be is another question, because it's actually got a bit thin here now. And so we need to look after the ball first and foremost. Could put strength 5 on it. Well, if that's an option, Shamba, I'll take it. Or an edge plus. We did have our edge plus die, so I would love to have edge plus strength 4. I think it would edge plus is what I would choose if it was like you could choose absolutely anything. Mighty Blow would obviously be good. But yeah, if it was like you can choose anything at all, because strength plus would be pretty crazy, but I think I would still take the edge plus. I think strength 4 edge 5 is better than strength 5 edge 4. They're both obviously ridiculous, so I'm not suggesting otherwise. I'm just theory crafting dream players. In the new rules, Albo, I think you can, but I'm not 100% certain. Thinking about the both down here. Yeah, just trying to get some SPP on the tree. I understand that. Been there with the tree. Can be a struggle sometimes to get the SPP you want. Okay, we're going to come back to the middle, using the tree being down to help us, because we're not quite in range to score this turn. Lovely. Okay. Should be like 1 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm going to leave it. If this wasn't strength 4, I might be a bit more cautious, but it is strength 4. So I think we can get away with this. I'm still going to take the GFI. Good. Because I'd like to throw some vanity passes, but because everything's gone a bit hairier since the verts, maybe the option is just to score and then see if we can score again. Even if they score back, you know, we'll still be in position to try and score again. I would really like to score on you. I just think this player will get these SPP, whereas this one won't unless I make it happen. It's just that a snake is the one way I could give away the win here. So like there is that like, should you do the thing that could give away the win? And there's literally only one thing that can do it. Because if you do snake against wood elves, they can get the ball from you. They can go off and do something. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Fumble, so my experience with the new rules is basically all tabletop. I played a little bit of Fumble before they changed the rules. During lockdown. Didn't really get on with it. This is in range, right? Okay, we're going to try it. It's that first to be on the safer side. Lovely, pal. Okay, and stay there, I guess. Let's put you in front, you behind in case this all goes wrong. Lovely. Good job, Amdor. Get that level. Very happy for that. They are back to 9 players. We are back to... Were we on 7 that drive and I thought we were on 8? Or did someone get KO'd during the drive? Because we're back to 9 as well. Anyway, it's all good. I do have to put a rostered player on the line, unfortunately. But it's the one that used to be a loner. And then we'll go... So we could do a 4-2 maybe. Means putting you in the front line, but when you've only got a small number of players, choices have to be made. Okay, really nice getting Amdor to that level. Be nice to have a tackle player again. And if we could supplement that with some SVP for Caution or Captain Defiance, and ideally a level for Freezing Star, that would all be even better. Where do I play tabletop? I play tabletop in the town where I live. I play in the local tabletop league. I don't know why I'm being coy. I live in Brighton. I've talked about that before. Yeah, so in Brighton, there's a local tabletop league called Bribe, and I play there. And I also sometimes play NAF tournaments, so like one-day tournaments or weekend tournaments, tournaments in general. The next one of those I've got coming up was, or is being arranged by the amazing Andy Davo, who has been in chat. And that will be in Derby in first weekend of October, I think. Davo Bowl, or Bang Average Chicken Bowl, as the fans know it. Really looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it. Tree has rooted, which is nice. Yeah, a lot of the games get played at the Dice Saloon. And do I visit Games Workshop HQ often? I've been twice, Thaddeus. Which I've really enjoyed both times. Oh wow, instant one. Oh wow, opponents had some pretty rotten dice. I'm not quite sure again. Like, they've had 2 snakes and both times have been like, I'm not actually sure what they're trying to do. But still, like, a snake is unlucky regardless, right? So it's not super easy to get through here, because the way that I could do it most easily involves putting my strength 4 somewhere that they can get surf, which I'm not willing to do at this point in the game. Could just go for that on a 1 dice, because you've got sidestep, so I'm a bit less worried about you ending up getting surfed. And do we just go for it? Or 3, 4, 5, 6. think we just go for it and make them deal with it. It's a bit of a lazy defense. I should have put some other players across if I was going to do this, really, but... Oh well. You know, I'm 2-0 up and they've got 4 turns. They can't score this turn because they didn't move a scoring threat before doing that. So, not overly worried. Okay. Don't want to go to the sideline, so I will scatter the ball. It's probably not what they wanted. So it's changed quite a lot, Blood Bowl, that. There's, I don't know when you would have been here. I moved to Brighton, like 5 years ago, and Dice Saloon has been in 3 different locations since I moved there. But the one it's in now is easily the loveliest. It's in a really nice location now. It's like I think it used to be a church, where they are now, and it's really nice. Like it's because the last one had like lots of little rooms, and sometimes some of those rooms really smelled of teenage boy. But now it's much more spacious and airy, and that doesn't happen so much. Okay, yeah, I think you had to foul that, because if you didn't, I was just going to sack the ball. Oh, don't be a bad injury. Take like 1 injury off, game. Like, give me like, thank you, like 1 badly hurt. Like, seriously. They don't have to always die. Yeah, it used to be above some offices, and then it moved to a different location that was much bigger. And now it's moved to the current location. Yeah, first 1 out of 3. We've had 3 appos today, and that's the first one that has said, all right, we'll help. Could just serve that. And then get in the way. Pretty happy about the tree routing. Not sure if I'm that bothered about them scoring, because again, it would let me do some vanity passes. What I'm going to do is to put some intercepting players in the way, because what I would like is SPP. Might as well tag that one with a sidestepper. Oh, whoops. Oh, wow. I thought that was 1 assist, not 2. It's just me not concentrating. But that gets another wood elf off for if we do have to go back on offense. Don't want to get blocked onto the tree with you, so I'm actually going to take 1 more. GFI there. Be there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was a good affo. Thaddeus, I was asking you asked about Games Workshop HQ. So I went before a tournament pre-pandemic, and I've been when I went to the UKTC, the UK Team Championship, right after the pandemic. I really, really loved getting to go there. Like, I don't really have any interest in playing any of like the big like war games. Like, it's too much energy, too much time, too much work. But I loved seeing all the wow, rough dice. I loved seeing all the dioramas. Like, some of them were so beautiful. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, the problem is, like, that's a good play for getting the ball, right? It's also a 3+ dodge I don't need to take when I haven't got an apothecary anymore. Could you get there? Yes, you could. Make it a 1 dice. I think I like that better just because it doesn't risk my best player. Could even get that in there and try to make it a 2 dice. I think I just prefer to risk fewer players and see if we get lucky. Should we do? And then just getting you out of the way. Just don't want you to die. It's as simple as that. Nothing else left in this game is more important than you staying alive, because we're in a very strong position to win the game, so. Could go for that. But again, don't really want you to die, so why don't we just try it with someone who's not valuable. Okay. Rookie Catcher's going to do a 3-2 without dodge. And then try to pick the ball up. I know I'm putting the reroll in, so I'm just going to click all of it. Rude. And then because we've got Nerves of Steel, we're going to do a 2+ pass. Or not. And see, and again, I say this is why they're the most fun elves, because you can do silly plays like that just because you want to. That was all pretty gross. That was all pretty gross. "22 years ago. Wow, Thaddeus. Shamba, don't do it. Yeah, you were right, Shamba. Throwing the best player in a position where they could hurt themselves when we didn't need to was not the one. Was just not the one. On the other hand, now, if we can score on them for 2 GFIs, I will try it, because I do want that level. Nice to get at least something on caution. Could try and get that touchdown as well, because that first level is really important, but I don't know. I just think that's so close now, it's worth trying for. Okay. This is all assuming I even have the option to, because now this will be a 2 dice, so I might well not. Okay. Oh, the reroll is gone. So we're all right. Opponent's definitely been unlucky. I would express some sympathy, but they haven't been chatting, so I always think if people don't chat, you can respect them not wanting to chat, so leave them to it. Both down. Is it going to kill our baby catcher? No. God, when they rolled over, I thought it had. All right, so I think it's just a dodge, handoff, try and score. Is this in range, right? Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Very nice level. 2 nice levels this game. Yeah, some people do have chat off. Every time I see the Wood Elves, I think it's my team because I'm so used to playing as Wood Elves. But it's not. All right. Let's back it up for the end of the game. Let them try one turn. No objections to them getting a one turn if they want to, because we have got the scoreline sewn up. What I want now is just for no one to get a rock in the face. That's kind of it. That's fair enough. Everyone has the absolute option to turn chat off. I find that more people are nice than aren't. There are people who are nice, but when it comes to numbers, I find there's more nice people than not nice people, so I prefer to assume the best. But yeah, I always say hello at the start of the game. If my opponent doesn't say anything, then I generally don't say anything else. Like, I won't even drop a GG if they haven't chatted, because I think if people don't want to chat, that's fair enough. They might be muted, but they might also just not want to chat. So, can't get their one turn. Been a rough game for Snowy. Snowy's been pretty unlucky. Yeah, you know, I'm pleased with how I played, but I think they've been pretty unlucky throughout. I wonder if they should have kept hold of the wizard, even though keeping hold of the wizard would have meant me scoring for sure at the end of the first half. Like, the wizard wasn't good enough to guarantee that I didn't score. In the end, I did score, and then obviously once the wizard's gone, just carrying on the strength 4 player becomes so powerful in this matchup. So did I know I have an added option of your ads manager? You can warn chat ads are coming up now, so they can choose to wait until afterwards to ask them a comment. I did not know that. I will look into that. I don't, yeah, not a very techie person, and I haven't spent a lot of time trying to understand ads manager, but that does sound quite helpful. I would like that on other people's streams for sure, because missing your answer to a question is a shame. All right. Feels nice to get a couple of wins. Feels nice to get a quite comfy win. The last one obviously was a concede, and feels very nice to roll a 6 on winnings. And we'll buy that alignment because our team has been losing players. So we'll take that SPP, thank you. Yeah, I think they were pretty unlucky here on the armor and injury. I mean, armor was bad as well, but the injury wasn't as bad. All right, 2 nice levels to roll. Okay, just a normal, almost certainly tackle. Also just normal. Is that also tackle? I think Amdor is definitely tackle. I think the only 2 real options here are tackle or diving tackle. And I think tackle first makes sense, especially when the rest of the team doesn't have any tackle and no wrestle moment either. So I think that's a reasonably easy choice. Diving tackle is definitely an option, but I think I always prefer the sort of versatility of tackle first, except in very sort of specific situations. This one's trickier. Just putting sidestep on that would make that a really, really annoying piece to deal with, right? Because no one wants to have to hit strength 4 sidestep. It makes it extremely useful for positioning. The thing is, though, that you also don't... It's not like you're going to be basing with that piece deliberately too much because it's too valuable and it's low armor. And I do see myself against teams that don't have wizards using it as my ball carrier a lot. So then I start thinking, oh, what's his job on defense? And giving it tackle for defense feels really good. And giving it tackle for defense also lends itself to giving it leap, which, because it's probably only getting one more skill, right? Like it's probably only going to get one more skill. And if that piece's final form, assuming it lives long enough to get another skill, is strength up, blodge, leap, tackle, it's basically just like a very good war dancer, which seems pretty good to have. Because pro elves don't have those tools in the same way as what elves do to be aggressive and break drive. So I do like to build at some point a leap player. I normally do it on a wrestle player, but my wrestle players are all dead. So I'm really torn on this. I could just go leap on it now, since I've got to tackle somewhere else. Makes it into like a sort of missile that I can send anywhere. And actually, because I've lost the Edge 5, it's nice to have that cage breaking option. But obviously, like a lot of ball carriers then have dodge. So if you've got leap and they've got but you haven't got tackle and they've got dodge, then it's not as good anyway. I feel like I'm talking my way into leap. I feel like I'm rapidly talking my way into leap, and I'm not sure if that's smart or if I'm just feeling rowdy and want a leap player. Frenzy would be fun, Shepherd, but no, I think the piece is too valuable for Frenzy. I would love to have a Frenzy piece here, but I think that one's too valuable. The nice thing about Leap is it does have a function on offense as well, right? Like if you get stuck, it's never plan A. It's definitely not plan A, but you could always fall back on, okay, let's leap the ball carrier out of this situation. Leap is also just one of those skills that messes with people. Like when people know that there's leap on the table, they sort of worry about it, which is also true of Frenzy. I'd rather put Frenzy on a Blitzer though. I'm going to give it leap and regret it at my leisure. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. It makes people position differently. It makes people like panic about their positioning. Because there's leap there coming for them. Okay, that was game number 15-17 on the Pro Elf team. The record is still not as exciting as I would like it to be in terms of qualifying for Chalice, but it's looking better than it did 2 games ago. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.